guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Simple Podcast. Yes, guys, we are back as well with the one and only AJ Ducky Man.
Yo, I'm back again. I am back again.
He's back. We are, and it is sooner this time, which is good. It's not too long. It's not like the 2 months or 3 months, whatever it was. We are back within 2 weeks, which is good, and we get some credit for that. But yes, guys, before we start, you can check out the social medias as well, the Simple Podcast, and check out Ducks as well, AJ Ducky on social medias as well. It is going to be good. But yes, today is what we've all been waiting for. We kind of touched on it when we had Ducky last on the podcast. The first time we had him on the podcast.
Actually, yeah, we did.
We touched on a little bit, but yes, guys, it's conspiracy theories today. We've been waiting for this. It took a while to actually think which ones we wanted because it's so many conspiracy theories, and we've got 4 topics. And if we do miss any out, guys, let us know in the comments if you want to see any more, because Doug's got other ones he wants to talk about. There's other ones, there's millions of conspiracy theories out there. But the ones we've got today, guys, is Flat Earth that we're going to be starting off with. Then we've got moon landing. Then we've got the coronavirus, which obviously is relatable right now. And then the last one is Australia, if it's real or not. Which might be a surprise to some of you, like, what the hell is that all about? But yeah, we'll get into it. But yes, guys, we'll start with the Flat Earth. And it's literally so much to talk about this. But what's your thoughts, anyway? I'm going to go straight to you with this.
Alright. Did you see that guy with the balloons come to the sky? His name David something. I'm not American.
No, I haven't.
Last week he strapped himself to a load of helium balloons, yeah?
Yeah.
Went into the sky for he flew right into the sky. It was really high up, yeah. And they had a GoPro there. You can see the view and you can see a curve in the earth, yeah. So why do people think the earth is flat when you can see a curve on a horizon?
That's my point.
It is stupid.
And this is what I put. When you're at the beach, you can actually see the sea.
Yeah.
And you can see curve round. Like you can see, can't you?
Yeah, you can see a curve.
You can see. I don't know what it is. If you're looking at the sea, I'll put a picture up so you can see. But when you're at the beach or something, if you look straight out, and if it's the lower enough sunset, you can see how it's like the sun's behind the sea. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
Because of the curve. So yeah, 100%. We both believe that the flat Earth. But at times, like I watched the Logan Paul documentary. I think he
faked that. He did that for his son.
He faked that, and to be fair, it was a really good documentary. Like, I know at the end he said, "Oh yeah, I don't believe in the flat Earth," and stuff like that. But the whole documentary is so interesting because he actually went through all the scientific stuff to see how people believe that flat Earth is real.
How can people prove that it's flat?
Wow, there's many things. And to be fair, at one point I was like, "Oh, it could be."
No.
No. It's because I understand people. Some people say that I know people say when things fall, it goes to the ground, and I know it's gravity. Obviously, I know it's gravity, and we know it's gravity, and the people who believe that it's not flat know it's gravity. But the people who don't obviously believe in gravity, and they just think it falls down, which it doesn't make sense because when you drop something, it goes straight down, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So
what gets me, I was like, your solar system, yeah, right? Every planet is round, yeah. So why do flat earthers think that we are the only planet that's flat? If all the others around.
But I think they believe that they don't think there's the other planets out there flat as well.
But,
do you know what I mean?
Because my God. We've landed on Mars, though. We've landed on Mars. There's evidence there we've landed on other planets.
Wow. I know what you mean, but I want to give some respect to the flat earthers. I have to.
How can you respect them, man?
No, because
how can you respect them?
No, just because some of the points they do make, there's a teeny bit that makes sense. Like the smallest part. Like I'm really far from believing in that. I really don't believe it. But there is some part that's like, okay, I can see why you believe that.
Which parts?
Wow, the definitely part about things dropping. I believe that. And then there's this other one about the cliff edge. Have you heard that one?
That's like Christopher Columbus. Not him. It was someone else.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, it's like
apparently
I
he
generally
sailed a boat to the edge of the earth or something and just fell off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which that, if I'm honest, I just think it was a massive drop. Or
could be a waterfall. I don't know.
Yeah. You see them massive water. The water hole things.
Yeah.
You've seen them and it could have been one of them. And whoever fell off though, I don't get how they knew they fell off because they would have not survived.
True, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
They would have like if they fell off the Earth, yeah, they would have continued all the way down, yeah,
Yeah.
and not been able to speak about it.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
They
This
would
is
have
what I mean.
died.
Yeah,
They would have see. Alright. I wanna go pull up Google. I wanna go on Google right now. Let's Google this.
Because to me, it's weird, but I think like, you know, I saw obviously in the Logan Paul documentary, you did say Webb was on the edge of the Earth.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't real. I don't believe that. I generally think it's like either a mountaintop or just a massive cliff. Because obviously, it's going to look like the end of the world. If you're somewhere like Antarctica or somewhere where it's super snow and you barely can see out, when it's foggy and stuff, if there's a cliff, you are not going to see anything further. It's just going to look like a massive drop. Do you know what I mean? And that's not the edge of the Earth. Because if there's an edge of the Earth, you would see into space.
Exactly,
you know
you'd
what I mean?
see in space if there's an edge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they're saying there's no ozone layer, there's no gravity or anything. You would see that, which that doesn't make sense again. Do you know what I mean? So this is why no disrespect to flat Earth, but they've got nothing that goes from that makes sense. It's just some things they do say is like, okay, I can see what that point kind of does make sense, but it's not enough. It's just
not enough
far not enough.
There's not enough.
Yeah.
Compared to round Earth, like we've got NASA, we've got space station. We can see that.
Exactly.
We can see stuff. I remember
That's what I'm saying.
a few years ago there was a NASA live stream where there's astronauts in space, and they're live streaming it, and they're looking at Earth, and you could see that it was round. It's
exactly.
Very strange.
And this is what I mean. Like, there's just too much evidence to say that the world is flat. Like, it's not flat. It's just a obvious thing. It's just like traveling as well. If it was flat, like, this sounds weird, but because we are oval, like, and all the countries wouldn't fit in a flat Earth.
Oh, exactly. No. They wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't. So when we're traveling somewhere, we wouldn't. It just wouldn't, like, because, like, for example, we're in Europe, we're higher up, but then South Africa, like, how would that all work with a flat Earth? Do you know what I mean? Because you can have less circumference. We're going on mathematics here, but you would.
Yeah, exactly. What gets me, do you know the Earth's core inside? Yeah, you wouldn't have that on a flat Earth.
Yeah.
The Earth would be unstable.
Yes, and also if it's a flat Earth, why do we have different weather climates in different countries?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Obviously, yes, it would be a little bit further.
And you've got North Pole and South Pole.
But listen, what I'm saying, mate, it would all be flat, so it wouldn't make sense.
Exactly.
Because something's not higher up than lower. Do you know what I mean? It's just with me. We've literally.
We've debunked it. We've debunked it.
If you're flat over out there, we do apologise. But feel free to comment like how you do believe it, because I think it's interesting. I really find it interesting people's different point of views on different things.
Oh yeah, so do I.
We're going to be biased because we believe in what we believe in. But it is really interesting to believe. I don't think I've actually met flat Earth, to be fair.
My friend's
don't think so.
Earth.
Is he? Oh, that's.
I think he is. I think he might be nothing now, but he might still be.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if some people. I sometimes think some people, flat Earthers just do it
for attention
to be different and be edgy, yes, and be like, yo,
that's what Logan Paul did.
Logan
Paul did it for attention to get some.
Yeah, no, but to be fair, he did do a good job, and he actually did go into the actual details onto why people would believe the flat Earth's real, which I respect. And then obviously he just killed at the end and said no, obviously it's not. But that was cool and interesting, and I actually like what he did there. And it's definitely a good documentary. I'll pop in the description if you want to check it out.
I want to check it out because I have more respect now for Logan Paul.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's actually really good. So yeah, I think with the flat Earth, it's one of them. I think if you've got your mindset, you'll believe it. But I don't think anyone actually grows up type of thing learn about it being flat.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I mean? When you were at school,
you were learning in school.
Yeah, that's when it's all is round. Do you know what I mean? It is a sphere or oval, whatever it is.
I want to know how it started off. Who was the first person, in this, like, call it modern age, to say the world is flat?
I don't know. I'm sure.
There's Facebook things for it.
I've looked, because I'm sure in the Logan Paul thing it was this dude, but I thought it'd be longer than that, because the dude who was in it, who was talking about the flat Earth, he was only like 40 or 50.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have gone way back.
Do you know what I mean? I thought it would be way back, but then the signs probably weren't there.
Oh yeah,
you have to do that as well. So in some ways, like, is it? But then if the signs was there, I don't even know. So some people just make up these things. It could have literally just been one person, maybe a tweet or something. I mean, I don't think we had Twitter back in the day, but So someone, just someone saying, literally, yo, don't you think it's weird when things drop? Do we really have gravity? Is it's a flat? Do you know what I mean? It could have been one comment, been passing around like Chinese whispers, and boom, like then people start believing in it, and people start protesting, saying, "Oh yes, the Earth's flat." Do you know what I mean? So it's many ways. So I kind of do see how it did evolve from it, but it just leads us onto the moon landing, which I know you flat earthers but probably what we're going to hear about, because obviously it all kind of links in. Do you know what I mean? If you believe in the moon landing and stuff like that, and the moon and space, you're going to think the Earth's flat. Not flat. I just said flat. Then you're going to believe the Earth is round. It is obvious. Or sphere over, whatever you want to say. But yes, the moon landing. So I've got some quotes I want to read. So the host claims that the photos. So obviously people think the moon landing is fake because because me and Ducky have very different opinions there. So obviously with the whole moon landing, I believe it. Before I want to start, I believe everything with it. But a lot of people believe because there was no footage when the first moon landing went, it was just all photos and stuff. People believe it was just literally a green screen or in a studio, and they set it up to look like what they imagine it to be like. And this is why the host claims, which I can say, is that the photos are just green screens and set up photos for people to believe are true. NASA have lied on why it is a pole standing up. And so they're on about the pole. So the pole standing up, and obviously it's waving. So there's a loads of rumours saying about...
Yeah, there's no gravity, so the flag could just fall down.
Yes, because they said there's no gravity on the landing. But my argument is, and what I've looked, is that... where was it? There is something. Well, I'm going to read some more comments and then get to that why. Oh, here it is. What other people say is the flag is fastened to an L-shaped rod so that it did not hang down. The flag only seemed to flutter when astronauts were moving it into position. Without air drag, these movements caused the corner flag to swing like a pendulum for some time. So this is what I believe. I believe it is all true because, right, you know my point, Dux, mate. I know you generally don't, but you know what? Before I go into it, why do you not believe it? Because and I think it's the same.
This is the same thing, that black flag, yeah. I know I respect the person who wrote that article, but I don't know where they got the information from about it. But
yeah,
I still don't believe it because. But right, when did it happen? When was the first moon landing? 1960.
1970 something. Was it
1970?
Yeah, Google. I'm sure it's 1970.
When was the moon landing?
I'm sure it was.
1969, I thought it was. Right, 1969, okay.
Yeah.
So you're telling me it's been loads of, I don't know how many years, like 30 odd years or whatever. Yeah. And we've not 50. Had the funds to go back or anything like that. That's a lie. Of course we've got the funds to go back. We just spend on other stuff instead. See, that's what I do.
That is the only one point I can fully kind of in some way agree with you on. I would have thought, you know, I still believe the moon landing is real, but, and going Doug's point, you're saying it's not real. If it was real, like truly real, why would you not go back? Because if you've been once...
Like, NASA have billions, probably like billions, they have enough to go there.
Yeah, what sounds weird, surely every year you would want to go up. Like, just to check it out, see how it's developed.
Did they, do you know when they went up there, did they bring anything back? Like a moon rock or anything?
I'm not sure, you know. I don't know, I'm unsure, you know. I do 100% though get your point. Like it is. I'm still very much it is real because I believe
I'm 50-50 on it. I'm 50-50.
And the solar system and everything out there.
Oh, it's definitely a solar system.
I don't. How I see it, why would people just make up these images? Yes, I know we have special technology now that can see through those layers and stuff like that into the atmosphere and all that good stuff and into space. But I don't get why someone would generally want to just make this up. Like, why would they go through the whole process of setting up a green screen, setting up a flag, like they've landed on it, and having all this imagination and the suits and everything to look like they're out of the Earth? I don't understand that, and that's why I don't think it's fake at all, because I don't understand why someone would do that. Like, there's some best of people in the world who would.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
In 1969, would they really be faking it? I don't know, because we did have cars and all that, and they had the technology to go to space easily by 1969. So everything said, it's just true.
How long did it take to get there? 2 days, I think it took him to get there.
2 days, yeah. But I do understand what you're saying there. that, why would you not go up more?
Exactly. They have the funds. I know NASA send up drones up there and stuff, but
yeah, again, they've sent up drones and stuff, and that's why I believe it, because when the drone footage, you see the drone footage and stuff,
they send astronauts to space, to the space station and all that. They do that stuff, but they won't send another man to the moon. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, in fairness, it is a risky procedure, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. There are risks out there, but even going to space is a risk.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But it's all risky. Like, let's be honest. No one can say, oh yeah, it's safe to go out of Earth. It just isn't. Like, anything could happen. Your ship could literally explode, or something might go wrong. You might run out of fuel for some reason. I know usually they top it all up, so it's fine. But something could happen, and it is expensive to get yourself out there. So in some reason, I can understand why they've not gone up since properly. So it really is a tough one. It is really a tough one, and
did you know that America wanted to blow up the moon?
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw it on Simpsons.
Yeah, they wanted to blow it up. Oh, it's just typical America.
Why
would you not blow up the moon?
Yeah, I know. It doesn't actually make sense to want to go in it and blow up the moon. Oh, camera. Hello, camera. Wait, let me turn that back on. And the camera's back on. I hate when that does that. I need to change it so it just more than 16 minutes. Maybe one day I'll do that. But yeah, I know. I think it is a weird one. Why they would want to do all that as well? It's like the moon's not harming you.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Back to the flat earth thing. Yeah. If flat earthers can see the moon and see it's round here, then why does it think the world's flat?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's stupid. Oh.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You can see with the flat earth, we both agree strongly on that. But yeah,
I'm 50-50 on the moon.
Ducky 50-50 on the moon. There is another endpoint here. It says, well, it was just a quote. I'm just going to read it. Environment and exposure to radiation from Van Allen, radiation belt, and galactic ambient radiation. Film cameras would have been foggy because of radiation. The flag placed on the surface by the astronaut fluttered despite being no wind on the moon. People say it was caused by the fans in rooms on Earth. Yeah, so like I said, that was an old quote. Obviously, people believe that. And people believe the cameras wouldn't have survived, and the actual lens and all that would have got foggy from the radiation up there. Which, again, I don't really believe. Do you know what I mean? Like, where are people pulling these things from? Like, we saw the images. We've seen the images. Like, in 1969.
Yeah.
Why are they gonna? You know what I mean? They're not gonna lie about it. You know what I mean? And the drones footage is exactly the same as what them pictures look like. So,
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they're exactly similar. It's no difference. I understand why it's weird why they haven't sent anyone up, but it is a really risky.
It's a risky thing to do, yeah, but it's costly as well. And
yes,
in this day and age, as of right now, people are struggling on it. So
yes. And there's no need to. When you've got drones, when you've got technology,
yeah,
that if anything goes wrong...
There's a drone up here, but I'm pretty sure an astronaut will want to see it for the own eyes at some point.
Yeah, yes, obviously, I agree. In person, it is so much better.
Yeah, obviously.
You get better representation than a robot. But, it's safer to send a drone out or something, because if anything difficulty or anything happens or something suspicious up there, you'll be fine. Well, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Not going on that again. Another podcast, which you can check out, guys. Up that top right corner or left corner. Check it out. The aliens. We talked all about that. It was mental.
Oh yeah, do you know what? I better keep that. I better keep the moon rock that they got, whatever, in Area 51. I guarantee it's in there.
But they might do, or you might keep it on a little shelf in his
What
room.
if you're fake? Yeah, like what if it was fake and they filmed it all in Area 51, and that's why we can't go in there because that's where we see the film set for it.
Mate, honestly, that's a really good. That's a clever idea, mate. I'll give you that.
See.
That was
big brain.
Mate, honestly, that's mad. I'll give you that. That's not bad. It's just, I don't know, but you've seen rockets and stuff go out into space and stuff. It just.
You've also seen a friggin' David Luiz penalty go up there as well.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But you know what I mean? Like, there's just, for me, there's too many things to say is real, and I understand why people don't believe it. It's like anything.
My mum don't believe it.
But no, mate, honestly, on anyone's opinion, even with the flag, I respect. Like, I mean, it's how I see it. No, you can't believe. It's really hard to believe someone's word unless you've seen it with your own eyes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
like with anything that happens in the world, like you want to see with your own eyes. And it leads me onto COVID-19. Oh yes, the virus. And once again, it relates to people thinking, oh, it's fine, I'm not got it. It's even a virus out there until you get it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like this. And honestly, I've got a few quotes where I'm going to read as well.
Have you got any questions about it?
Yes. So I'll start first. So first is, lots of people have said they believe that the virus has came from the government.
Oh yeah, my
from
mate
China
believes that.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
my mate believes that.
And it's not actually bats where it's supposedly come from. People say it's been genetically engineered to come to the world and maybe pass around the world for China to show they're the most powerful country, and they can they can show that they can they're capable as a country compared to other countries to cope with a virus like this, and obviously it will obviously kill off a lot of the world.
Oh yeah.
But I see one of my friends at this at work, good old Sainsbury's, said about they believe it's genetically engineered from China, and at one point I kind of thought, oh, that kind of does make sense, you know. And it's like everything, every side has 2 points to it, but then there's another part of me, but I'm not going to get onto it because I want you to say your thoughts about it.
I was talking to my personal trainer yesterday about the virus style, yeah. So you're telling me, thinking hand gel, can kill the virus, alright, yeah. But we haven't got a vaccine yet. So what are they actually doing here? If bacteria can kill it, yeah. So why is it? It's so easy to make hand gel, yeah, like easy.
Yeah.
So why can't I make a vaccine that quick? It's that's what got me.
No. Right. I understand what you mean, but yes, that kills the bacteria. So, for example, you've got COVID on your hand. You put bacteria, it's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it gets into your bloodstream,
then
you can't use hand sanitizer to kill that off.
No,
you need a vaccine.
No, people have Dracula before, you know that.
Yeah, no, stupidly, which Donald Trump said to do, which is not a good idea to do.
Never listen to that man. That man's a fraud.
Yeah, don't. It was good in on The Apprentice. That was the only time I liked him. When he came to President Jesus Christ, different story. But it's so many ways to look at this coronavirus, because in one point I agree with you. I'm shocked. Like, I know vaccines take a long time. I'm not, and I don't want to throw at any scientists out there because they're all doing amazing, doctors and everything. Like, I couldn't do what they do, but I'm shocked that it has took this long because so many people are going to be working on it. I'm surprised. They're looking at this time next year. Hopefully, the virus would have been chucked out by now. Which that's like basically a year in development, which in some ways isn't a long time, but is a long time. Like, for something that is destroying the world, I get, but I understand why it does take a long time, because we can't forget the fact that there's still other things out there in the world.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's cancer, Ebola,
yeah, do you know what I mean?
Kind of thing, yeah.
Measles and all that stuff. And malaria and stuff like that. There's not just
that these other diseases are like kind of priority, like they have a priority. But right now, it's just getting a vaccine for the coronavirus right now.
But this is what I mean. I don't want to take it away because I know how hard it is in that industry and stuff like that. But it's so many other vaccines illnesses going around, and there could be another one that comes in for all we know.
They made a vaccine, but in down south in London, but it had side effects, so they couldn't do it.
But yes, and this is what I mean. And obviously, we know now if you do get it, there's a lot of ways to get better from it now. They've done a lot of medication that helps now, so a lot of people who are getting it are surviving now, which is great.
Track and trace, the queues are getting longer out there now.
But
because cases are rising, because Boris is not in this country.
No, right. They're rising as well because more people are getting tested.
They're getting tested, but like...
So obviously it's going to go more. Surely more people are getting tested, it's going to get higher, isn't it?
Yeah, but then you got the freaking rules which are stupid. Like, the rules in this country are stupid, and you know that for a fact. Oh, you cannot meet it without... You cannot meet your household outside or whatever, we can meet in a pub. Don't make sense.
No. I get that.
That's how the virus spreads.
I get that 100%, but like, it's a hard one because no one expected this to come in the world, did they? Do you know
no one expected it.
No one expected this to come in the world. So, like, the government can't do everything. They're trying their best. Like,
But people saying the government created it. Because people
yeah,
are saying this planet was overpopulated, so the government made something like a virus or something to
it's
kill
hard
the
to look at it
population.
because I can understand. I can see why a government would want to do that, which I think is totally wrong. I really do. Yes, we are overpopulated, and they could do that for all I know. No one knows fully, but I don't think it has happened because here's my theories now. Here's my
simple
theories.
just theories. Here we go.
This is what I've been searching at. Yo, okay. So I was watching Gogglebox at the weekend, and they was watching on Gogglebox. They was watching this documentary by David Attenborough, and this is why I don't believe it. Right. So I don't believe this at all. Right. So obviously the government all that. Because I believe I was watching a documentary this weekend, and it was saying the reasons for viruses entering the world, right? And here we are, causing damage. It's all to do with global warming, and let me tell you why. Because
people who do not believe in global warming are idiots.
Right, yes, and this is why I believe in it. Because because the population is so high, carbon dioxide, CO2, all that is rising, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
We've destroyed habitats.
Oh, yeah, we have, definitely.
And when you destroy habitats, it doesn't affect the small creatures. They can move on.
It's a big one.
They can move on into other one. It destroys the big creatures. And we all know the food chain and big predators feed on the smaller ones, and so on and so on. And so, if we're destroying environments, we're destroying species and resulting in smaller creatures moving into land and where we live and carrying viruses and diseases because they're the ones that
like
carry
bats.
virus and diseases. Yes, exactly, mate. Because the bigger creatures knocking them off. And so obviously more viruses and diseases are more odds of surviving because we're killing off the hunter, so to speak. And so all these viruses and everything from smaller critters are getting more pushed into land where the human is obviously getting caught of it and then obviously having the symptoms and then they pass on and passing on. So if you look at it, we are the causes of this. No matter what people say, we are actually the causes of this.
Yeah, we are.
And I know that kind of gone on from the point if it's from the government or not, but I don't think it is the government. I generally, it did come from a species that somewhere in China must have happened, obviously, because that's where people say it started, and then it moved on because obviously people are travelling, people are transport, and it spreads rapidly. Do you know what I mean? Without people knowing they have it, it spreads.
You can have it without even knowing they got symptoms for it.
Exactly, and this is what I'm saying. So, and then that's spatting on because you pass on one, it's going to double.
Oh yeah,
all the time.
Like if I pass it to you, then you go and see you grab exactly. Then she passes it on, then she passes it.
Exactly, it doubles, and it keeps going on, and this is why we are where we are. So, yes, in some ways I can understand, why people do relate it back to the government. I feel like, at times people like to just pinpoint someone.
People like to fit the government mind controllers.
Yeah, which I don't believe. I don't believe at all because I just don't know why the government would do this and how they would put this in place. Like, where would they? What did they just go around to a random bar or something and inject it with this virus or like a person? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, how did they start this all off? They can't have. It was
apparently it was a bat on it. It was a bat started it.
That's what I'm saying. It was from a bat, and that's what I genuinely believe. And then it passed on because obviously the species was carrying a virus, and it passes on. Do you know what I mean? So it is a weird one, 100% with it, with everything that goes on. And all
but
that.
Is like North versus China or anything, but they eat some weird stuff. Like
they do. Yeah, they eat all sorts of species, don't they? Yeah.
And that's why they get ill quite a lot in China because they eat strange animals. Like they eat.
Except free markets.
But I do praise them though in some ways because they've reduced the amount of animals that are going to get eaten in that country now. Like
wow, thank God. Do you know what I mean? They do have them free markets that sell them illegally as well. I swear.
Cats and dogs, thank God for that.
Yeah, no. Well, I swear they are. I don't know if some of them are illegal. Some of the free markets with some of the animals, because I'm unsure. Because that's where it came from, didn't it? The free markets in the streets.
Some guy,
it went in the restaurants and stuff. Yeah, that's what I mean. So, it is a weird one. I don't believe the government.
People say 5G tower started. Like, how is it 5G?
Oh yes.
How was it? Freaking 5G towers started a global pandemic.
Exactly, mate. This is what I mean. It is crazy.
What's it going to do? Pass the virus through the freaking wires or something? Mate,
oh no! This is what I'm saying. Like, people are always going to have their opinion, and people are always going to pinpoint it because they don't want to. As a human race, we're the ones who started this. There's no other ways. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, other people like to pinpoint, it's the government is saying who's did it. It's not, and we're in this, and unfortunately, we just got to deal with it, innit? You know what I mean? We don't know how long it's going to carry on for.
Some
I'm
scientists said that they hope to make a vaccine for the whole world to take by 2024. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen.
I think it'll be sooner, personally. I
just don't want them to rush it. I don't want them to rush it.
I don't want them to rush it, but once they do get the vaccine, right, they're not just going to ship it out to every single person. It'll be if you show symptoms, then you'll have it first.
Oh, exactly.
So, like, for a good first year, it will just be if you got any illness from it, then you'll have it. But then it would eventually be like everyone needs this test. But to get the testing out to every country and every single person, that is going to take ages.
Yeah. Did you hear about people thinking that because cash or whatever might run out, which is the virus, that they're going to put like some chip in your arm?
Oh, yeah, I've heard all these randomness, yeah.
Like a chip though. I can understand it. I can understand it. Like, that could be a future thing anyway. Like,
yeah.
That could
in the
happen.
future, it's mad because in the future, like the technology is gonna be mad.
Oh,
we've all gone to cards. Like, I barely use money now, mate. Like, go back 2 years ago, I was using money more than card, but now, mate, I just use card on everything. And I think most people are. And with this pandemic and everything, people are like the cash is kind of going in a way, like you said. So I wouldn't be surprised, man, if. You know, I mean, I really wouldn't want to chip in my arm.
You wouldn't have one. I'd have one.
No,
like,
someone could hack it. Someone could hack it and control your body, or I don't know, send some microchip. I don't know, do some weird crap.
But just think about like you're out and about, and you like want to buy some clothes. You're like, oh crap, I forgot my card. No need to worry. I've got a freaking chip on my arm. There we go. Pay for that.
Okay,
Contactless.
Yeah, that's cool. Right. What happens if someone finds out your number or something? Your actual details of that thingy you're on. Like, what are you going to do? You can't do anything. You're going to get removed and put a new one in.
Well, that would hurt, to be fair, getting it in place.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Imagine that, your card expires, I was going to pull it out of you and then put another one back in. Oh.
But it's kind of impossible. How would it work? Like if you're in a club or something, mate, someone could press you on when your card's out. Like,
no.
How would it work? Like, it just doesn't actually...
It would be an implant. It won't be an actual card. It'd be an implant with like a barcode
on
it.
Okay. It'll be an implant, right? So someone could just move your arm and get something.
Oh, yeah, like grab your arm and like pierce something.
Listen, what I'm saying, mate.
You get
I understand it.
Oh,
this is what I'm saying, mate. I understand, and I fully understand, and I think you see all these films like when they're pressing things out of the arms and like
it does look
holographs
like
and stuff like that. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, but I just hope, as future goes on, like I can imagine people getting chips in them and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like, because I know some people.
If you have the option
when they
to
get out,
Joe,
they have the tags and stuff. For what?
If they gave you the option to have a microchip in your arm, would you take it?
No chance.
No
way. Oh, camera gone fly again. Bang, open it up, boom, it's back on again. Would I get a microchip in my arm?
I would.
I know you would.
Look, cool.
I know you love all this technology stuff, mate. Nah, I don't think I could, mate. I really don't think I could. I wouldn't want something added into my body. It's like if you said it's like getting a chip into your head or something that could like make you see through your eyes and stuff.
Oh,
like,
have you seen people? Have you seen films like how like people have like USB cables side their head?
Stuff like that, mate.
They're cool, then.
Do you know what I mean?
They're cool.
Or them. I know you hate the geezer, but Jake Paul, I know you hate him, but when he had that vlog camera in his arm,
I know
it was fake.
So thick, but like, I
but
go
like
that
things
far.
like that. Do you know what I mean? But it's just how far you go with Leeds. I don't know. It's a weird one to think about. But don't get me wrong. In the future, they will.
Yeah, they'll do something like that.
Do some call like this. But it moves us on to the last point today, guys. And it's really not loads to talk about this, but it's Australia real or not.
Right, John, please tell me where you found this out, and please tell me like how you found out about this. I want to know this because it's stupid.
The first conspiracy theory, I was a unit, and one of my mates said there's a conspiracy theory that Australia is not real, which I think is so weird. But anyway, so I took a picture of it, and let me just get the picture up because I took a picture of the whole quote, and this is apparently where it all started from.
Oh, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, you should be ready for it. Right, let me turn the screen around. Right, here we go. Right, so the quote I said, right, is from Shirley, I believe it's Shirley Floyd, I think you say it like that, right. So she says, Australia is not real, it's a hoax, made for us to believe that Britain moved over their criminals to some place. In reality, all these criminals were loaded off the ships in the waters, drowning before they could see land ever again. It's a cover-up for one of the greatest mass murders in history, made by one of the most prominent empires. Australia does not exist. All things you call proof are actually well-fabricated lies and documents made by the leading government of the world. Your Australian friends, they're all they're all actors and computer-generated personas, part of the plot to trick the world. If you think you've ever been to Australia, you're terribly wrong. The plane pilots are all in on this. And have all
where they going then?
And have all actually only flown you to the island close nearby, in some cases, parts of South America, where they have cleared space and hired actors to act out as real Australians. What the hell, mate?
What? That's a bunch of waffle. That's a bunch of waffle. Yeah, mate.
Honestly, I think out of all the conspiracies I've read and learned about,
what is she on? What is she on, Joe? What is she taking?
Liz is the worst conspiracy theory ever. It really is, because
it's so stupid.
Because she even says in it, they land you to a place nearby. Well, nearby what? The actual country. So I don't know. I feel like Liz was just a comment that was made.
Wait, I need to know. Is she American?
I'm unsure. I don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Shirley Floyd. I don't know, but. She was a Facebook user, and she's put a message on there, and he kind of blowed up for me years ago. And this is why some people are starting to believe it's not real. But okay, yes, Australia's massive, and most of the country is not even used. It's mostly just desert and land, which is awesome. You know what I mean? Which is awesome. They use the coast, but it's real. Like, again, who really, 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 really has the time to fake a whole country? Like,
country. Oh, George, you know something? England, isn't real. It doesn't exist, mate.
That's what I'm saying.
We live in Wakanda. That's where we live.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense, man. Because if Australia's not real, you might always say the whole world's not real. It doesn't really. It
wouldn't surprise me. I bet people think we live on the moon or something.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't really make sense, because someone would have slipped up if they were actors. Like,
they would have. Yeah, they would have.
No, everyone. Like, where does the Australian accent come from? It has to come from somewhere. So if Australia's not real, where's it come from? New Zealand? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's what is point, Matt? Honestly, like, Liz has got to be. I'm going to say the worst conspiracy theory I've ever heard. Like, it just is.
I don't understand it. I just don't understand.
Like, I don't know why they made that point. It's
like, a massive country, like you say. It's massive.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not real.
What I'm saying. But this is what I mean. Like, for her to say it's not real, like, it's not even anything to really say anything. It doesn't actually make sense. Like, because when you're flying there, why would they just go to a random other country? Like, why? If that's a place that doesn't exist, why are you going nearby it? Because then it does exist. It's just really weird. It is really weird. It's a really weird statement.
And I'm pretty sure when you fly over it, you can see Australia, can't you? Mm-hmm. You really see when you land in Australia.
Yeah. And this is what I mean. It is, mate. It is honestly the weirdest one. But when I was searching on it last night on Australia, nothing really came up with it. But I thought it was a bigger thing than what it was, because I never heard of it until last year, and then I heard of it, and I thought I looked on it. It's barely anything to do on it. So I think it was literally this one person made this comment, and a few people jumped on it, and that was kind of it.
That's how people started.
Yeah, because you can say anything. People could just express opinions, say something, and then if people think, oh my god, this could be kind of true, people jump on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just
waffle.
It's absolute waffle. I don't use that word much, but it is. This conspiracy theory is way weird. But yes, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this podcast today, guys. If you want to check out more conspiracy theories, feel free to pop in the comments and let us know what you want to see. Them. Exactly, we will talk about. It's so many out there, so if you want to see more, let me know. If you want to check out the alien one with AJ Ducky, you can do, guys, as well. And we talked about alien, space, all that good stuff as well, guys. Ducky, you've been amazing as always, man.
I'm always amazing.
Check out.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's always amazing. Check out his podcast. No, not podcast.
Whoa, my podcast. Check out my Twitch. Check out my Twitch.
Check out. Oh yes, that's new as well. AJ Ducky, everyone. Twitch, Instagram, you know it. And feel free to check out the social medias for the podcast as well, guys. We upload clips, stuff like that, keeps you up to date with what's happening. The Simple Podcast on all social medias and all podcast streaming services as well, especially Spotify. Yes, I know to keep up that bit. But yes, guys, we will see you in another podcast very soon. Stay tuned. Be awesome, stay amazing, and I will see you in another podcast. Anyway, peace.
Bye.
Ow.
Bye.